Good evening, this is your man Earl. We are episode 55, February 24th, and we are into Financial Turning Points by Dr. David Jeremiah. I'm going to answer a few questions tonight. Yesterday we sparked it off with 30 questions that most people don't want to answer, and quite frankly, people hate to talk about money when you talk to them about their money. So let's get it going. Scripture is on you, CEO.
1 Timothy 6, verse 17. Command people who are rich in this word not to be proud. Tell them not to put their hope in riches. Wealth is so unattained. Command those who are rich to put their hope in God. He richly provides us with everything to enjoy.
He richly provides for us things that we can enjoy. Listen, y'all, episode 55. Let's spark it off. Understanding God's economy. Most people do not understand how God looks at riches, wealth, resource. They don't have any clue. And you need to begin to understand what it means to be rich, what it means to be poor, what it means to be in poverty, what it means to have wealth, what it means to have resource. These are all terms that the Bible frequently talks about. And this is why we talked about yesterday about studying the Bible, because being poor is not the same thing as being in poverty. Being rich is not the same thing as being wealthy. Okay? Having or owning something is not the same thing as someone who has resource. These are all terms that you are going to have to spend some time and develop some biblical understanding so you can apply the biblical understanding to how the world's financial system works. I said it a couple episodes ago. We live in a capitalistic society, which is the US of A. Most of my listeners live on this continent called North America, USA. Okay, very different than living in another part of the world. So let's dive right in. Few topics, few subjects cause more anxiety, stress, and watch this, more disagreement and disharmony in the home, in the ministry, in the church, in your marriage, in your family than the issue of money. And watch this. The reason why there's so much discomfort, there's so much anxiety is because we have a misunderstanding of what God considers riches, wealth, source, resource, being in poverty, and being poor. We all have a misunderstanding. We don't understand what those terms actually really mean. And it is all undergirded by we don't understand the terms, and then we don't understand when God does give us something, what are we supposed to do with it? These are foundational terms and foundational questions that you need to start looking at if you're going to have sound financial money management and if you're going to increase your financial literacy this year. Now, we could just spend the rest of the year and I could just every day define a term. I thought about doing that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to define what it means to be poor today. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about what it means to be in poverty. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to talk. Next day I'm going to talk about what it means to be rich. I could do that, and guess what? If the Lord leads us to that direction, we might go that direction. But nevertheless, we're going to press on. What does the Bible and what do you have to say about money? I'm going to say it again. What does the Bible say? And what do you say about money? If you admit it, we all need guidance on how to earn. I did not say how to make, because nobody makes money. We earn money. How to spend Most people do not understand the value of what they're purchasing. How to give. Do you just give arbitrarily, or do you give according to what it means to be and give in a place that is fruitful or productive? How and when do you save? Because saving is not the end all to get all. You cannot save yourself to be successful in financial matters. I'm going to say it again. You do not save to become successful in financial matters. And watch this. Let me give you some hope and some encouragement. The Bible speaks to all of these things as principles on how to manage your money. Here's some Bible stats. 1 out of every 6 verses in Matthew, Mark, and Luke have to do with money, aka money as we know it as today. Understand, the Bible was written in a different time, a different language. So 1 out of 6 verses in Matthew, Mark, and Luke have to do with money as it reflects in the original Greek. Understand that. The New Testament, there are approximately 38 parables. Watch this. Half of them, Jesus himself, Yeshua, devoted to the issue of money. Why? Because he knew, as well as he knows, that money is near, if not what's in your heart. I'm going to say it again, because he knows, God knows, that money is near, if not, that's what's in your heart. Okay? 15% of everything Yeshua said is recorded in Scripture has to do with our attitude and your behavior and your actions regarding financial matters. Listen to this. 2,350 Bible verses are relevant or reference some sort of financial matters. Watch this. 126 principles of stewardship are mentioned in the New Testament alone. Now that ought to give you some encouragement to take the time and to look at what does the Scripture say about your money. This is possibly one of my favorite things I've ever read in my life. One of the main reasons why money is such a big issue in the Bible, both in the Old and New Testament, is because money is a reflection of our life compressed. I say this all the time. The more money you have, the more opportunity you get to display who you are. The less money you have, the less opportunity you get to display who you are. Money simply displays itself through the individual who possesses it. No more, no less. It is a tool. Okay? Well, okay, Earl, you're starting off good. I'm digging you. But guess what? It's my money, right? It's my business, right? It's my business. It's my money. I can do what I want with it. Not so fast. Not so fast. It's God's business as well. Well, Earl, how do you give me some scripture on that? I'm going to give you 7 scriptures. The land is mine, Leviticus 25:23. The earth is the Lord's, 24th Psalm, verse 1. Every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle on 1,000 hills, 50th Psalm, verse 10. The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, Haggai, chapter 2, verse 8. All souls are mine, Ezekiel 18, verse 4. We are the Lord's, Romans 14, verse 8. You are not your own, for you were bought with a price. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, 19 and 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just gave you 7 quick Bible verses that remind you, for some, and tell to others that you, my friend, do not own what you are in possession of. That is a deep truth. I'm going to say it again. You don't own what you are in possession of. Whatever we have is simply not ours. It is his. And we do what? We are administrators on the Most High God's behalf. I'm going to say it again. Whatever we own is not ours. We are simply administrators on his behalf. The Most High God blesses his children. The Most High God graces those who are in error. The Most High God shows mercy on those who don't belong to him. Okay? With what? Financial resources, so that everything we need to accomplish his purposes, we can do, we can set out and accomplish. The reason why you have the resources you have is to accomplish the purposes that he has laid out in your life. It's not to always ball out. It's not to always show off. The reason why you have what you have is to accomplish what he has called you to do and to become what he has ordained for you to become. And you need the right resource to accomplish those things. 1 Chronicles 29:14 states this. This is a foundational principle of stewardship. Okay? I'll read this again tomorrow. For all things come from you, parentheses, God, and of you, and of your own we have given you. I'm going to read that again. I got tongue-tied. This is 1 Chronicles 29, verse 14. This is a foundational principle of stewardship. For all things come from you, and of your own we have given you. So we simply give to God what he already possesses. Deep, but very true. God cares deeply about how we administer all the resource that he has allowed us to accumulate. Don't get caught slipping being a plug, okay? That term is so misused. Watch this. Nothing passes through a plug. It's funny how the streets come up with these terms. And when you look at it, the plug stops things up. That's what a plug does. Okay? Then you say, well, I'm an outlet. Okay. Watch this. The plug is an outlet. It's not the source. Some of y'all gonna catch that. The plug is an outlet of what? Something that is tied to as a source. No plug is a source within itself. This your man Earl, day 55 on the calendar. Understanding, beginning to understand God's economy. God bless you. God keep you. We love you. Dig into the word. Humble yourself. Increase your financial literacy. Peace.